Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to the Dan Good Show. This monthly Games to Watch series highlights just a couple of the new video game releases coming out each and every month. As always, make sure you leave a comment in the video down below for which game you're looking forward to this month the most. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode of this Games to Watch series, plus any other YouTube videos I'm cooking up. It's a new year, I got a new camera, got some new lights, and I got some new games to watch. It's been a minute since we've had a Dynasty Warriors game, and I think Dynasty Warriors Origins looks like it's going to deliver. As you can guess from the title, Dynasty Warriors Origins is the earliest story in the Dynasty Warriors franchise. It introduces a brand new original protagonist to the franchise, a nameless warrior with no memories of his past that's thrust into the Three Kingdoms conflict. Being a new character to this story allows us to interact with so many of the Dynasty Warriors characters in a new way. As somebody that has really fond memories of playing this franchise cooperatively with my brother as a kid, it's so awesome to see characters like Lu Bu still be a terror on the map. If you're unfamiliar with the Dynasty Warriors franchise, they coined the experience known as Muso, which is essentially placing you in a map with a scale of enemies unlike anything that you've seen. Even the Dynasty Warriors franchise themselves refer to it as 1 versus 1,000 combat. Origins introduces some unique combat mechanics not previously seen in the franchise, which I think is exciting. There's a new emphasis on parrying and dodging, particularly when you're fighting stronger opponents, that I think looks really cool in practice. There are a variety of weapons and skill arts for your protagonist to learn. Using them builds proficiency, providing upgrades to your weapons, unlocking new ones, as well as upgrading and unlocking new skill arts. There's also a new overworld map that allows you to explore on a grander scale, allowing you to discover new towns, new missions, and plenty of new characters. I think fans have been hungry for a new Dynasty Warriors title, and I hope this one brings a lot of new eyes in as well. It's been a blast in the past. Orcs Must Die Death Trap is the latest entry in the Orcs Must Die series, and the first one that allows you to play with up to 3 of your friends. Play as one of 7 powerful war mages and defend the rifts against endless waves of orcs. Each war mage has their own unique abilities, weapons, traps, and the game adapts based on the number of war mages that are in each match. Orcs Must Die Death Trap is definitely a roguelite, but also has some tower defense mechanics to it. You have an endless amount of time in between each waves to build out your traps with your friends to your heart's desire. Each round comes with random buffs and debuffs that change everything about the match. From your weapons, to your traps, to your stats, even the level itself. It'll ensure that no 2 rounds are the same. Dynamic weather and day and night cycles can also affect how each round goes. While I was putting this video together, I watched an interview from a member of the dev team, and it just seems like they have so much love for this franchise. So if you're a longtime fan or a newcomer to this franchise, I think there's going to be a lot to love. Sniper Elite Resistance is a new story in the Sniper Elite franchise that runs parallel to Sniper Elite 5. We play as a brand new protagonist, Agent Harry Hawker, who infiltrates occupied France and joins the French resistance to push back against the Nazis. The Nazis have discovered a new weapon that can turn the tide of the war, and it's up to us and Harry to stop them. If you're a lover of the Sniper Elite franchise, don't worry, X-Ray kill cams are back, featuring awesome slow-mo kill cams. If you've never played it before, they never get old. There's a host of authentic World War II weapons at your disposal, and as you explore, you'll find plenty of upgrades to improve your arsenal. There's also a new mission type. Finding propaganda posters in the world triggers time-sensitive missions that place you in the shoes of French resistance fighters. Axis Invasion returns as well, allowing you to take on the role of an Axis sniper to try to take down Harry for another player. If you've ever played Arcane's title Deathloop, it's a very similar mechanic. Another underrated feature that I appreciate so much from the Sniper Elite franchise and comes back for Resistance is that the campaign is fully playable in co-op. Once you've done absolutely everything that the campaign has to offer, there's also 2 multiplayer modes. You can either go head-to-head in 8v8 competitive modes, or team up with up to 3 other players in a survival PvE mode. In Citizen Sleeper 2, you play a sleeper, an android on the run from the corporation that made you and the gang that seeks to control you. Rockin' a hard place. In order to survive on the run, you'll need to assemble a ship, a crew, and take on as many dangerous contracts as you can to earn enough money to keep going. Citizen Sleeper 2 mixes survival elements, resource management, and narrative-driven RPG features. Every action that you take involves a dice roll. Each day your dice pool resets and determines how effective you are in the actions that you take. You'll constantly have to make tough decisions in order to preserve your ship, to preserve yourself, to preserve your crew, all with the throw of a dice. The original Citizen Sleeper got a lot of love back in 2022, considered as an indie darling, and I think it's a really cool story too, because the dev team is super small. Pretty sure it's a single developer that partners with an artist and a composer to make this game. So the fact that Citizen Sleeper 2 is coming out this soon, very impressive. I'll fully admit I was not aware of Freedom Wars game, but after doing a little digging on this, I'm super excited. Freedom Wars takes place in a dystopian, post-apocalyptic future where the world has been ravaged by pollution and drained of its resources. Humanity lives in prisons called panopticons. Anyone born into this prison world is immediately deemed a sinner and given a million-year prison sentence. Prisoners volunteer for dangerous Suicide Squad level missions in order to reduce their sentence and try to obtain their freedom. The remaster of this title, of course, brings 4K resolution. It also brings 60 FPS performance, and they've noted some gameplay improvements as well. Weapon crafting has been improved and new difficulty modes have been introduced. Your character is fully customizable from your style all the way to your weapon loadouts. Freedom Wars has up to 8-player co-op missions where you can rescue citizens and fight against gigantic bosses. Did a little bit of digging and it kind of sounds like the devs are hinting at a Freedom Wars sequel if the remaster does well, so if you're a fan of the franchise, show up. If you followed this channel for any length of time, you probably know that I have a special spot in my heart for fantasy RPG, so I'm super excited for the debut title from Yellow Brick Games, Eternal Strands. In Eternal Strands, we play as Bryn, a weaver who wants to uncover the mysteries of the once great enclave now left in ruins. To me, this world and this combat screams Kingdoms of Amalur mixed with Breath of the Wild, and if that sounds insane and or exciting, this is the game for you. Bryn wields powerful magic and weapons to fight enemies of all sizes, from both humans all the way up to dragons and massive titan constructs. The magic appears to be physics-based in a way that plays with elements in a beautiful way. When a titan comes at you, you can freeze their weapons to the floor as they strike. You can use a dragon's fire breath against ice minions. You can rip a boulder from the ground and fling it at someone. Especially with this being a new title from a new studio, give this game some love. This is high on my list this month. That's been your games to watch for the month of January. Thank you so much for watching The Dan Good Show. Let me know in the comments which game you're looking forward to the most this month, even if it's a game I didn't cover. You can follow me on all platforms at The Dan Good Show, and we will see you next month.